In a two-part blog, PlayStation recently announced their plans to start an all-new PlayStation Studios mobile division, and the first developer to join that division is actually a developer about to be purchased by Sony called Savage Game Studios. On Monday, August 29th, head of PlayStation Studios, Herman Hulst, wrote in the PlayStation blog, "We have entered into a definitive agreement to acquire Savage Game Studios, a hugely talented team of creatives with many years of experience making some of the most popular mobile games enjoyed by players around the world." If you are not familiar with Savage Game Studios, it's probably because they're a fairly new studio that has yet to release a title on their own. However, its creative leads and directors all have experience working for mobile developers and other studios you have heard of. Rovio, Wargaming, and King were the big three that popped up for me after a quick check on LinkedIn. The studio was founded in 2020 as a means for the founders to call their own shots, and now has offices in Berlin and Helsinki. Apparently, being acquired by PlayStation will allow the studio the creative freedom they seek, while also providing financial support and the ability to work on some of gaming's most recognizable IPs. Of course, that brings us back to the other part of the story, the part where PlayStation is forming a mobile games division. More specifically, Hulst wrote in the blog, "Savage Game Studios is joining a newly created PlayStation Studios mobile division, which will operate independently from our console development and focus on innovative, on-the-go experiences based on new and existing PlayStation IP." There have been efforts from PlayStation in the past to develop and publish games on mobile devices, but that all kind of died down around the same time the Vita was sunsetting. Rest in peace. However, there was a much larger stigma back then around the types of games that would be made and played on mobile devices. And of course, now concerns around mobile gaming have a lot more to do with predatory monetization practices. In the blog post, Herman Hulst tried to head off some of those concerns, writing, "As we assured you before with our plans to bring select titles to PC, our efforts beyond console in no way diminish our commitment to the PlayStation community, nor our passion to keep making amazing single-player narrative-driven experiences." Hulst added, "Our mobile gaming efforts will be similarly additive, providing more ways for more people to engage with our content and striving to reach new audiences unfamiliar with PlayStation and our games." As for what types of PlayStation games we might see come to mobile devices, they haven't said much yet. In 2021, it was announced that Savage Game Studios was working on a first-person shooter. Then in the blog from this week, Herman Hulst said the studio is already working on a new unannounced AAA mobile live service action game. So at this point, it's hard to say. That could be any major PlayStation IP right now that's in development, or could coincide with a major release of something else. Who knows, but we'll probably hear more about it soon. Also, as you can imagine, if this is the start of a new mobile division, there could be some more acquisitions on the way, and it makes sense that Sony would want to ramp this initiative up depending on how things go, basically like they've done with bringing their exclusives to PC. As for other related PlayStation news today, a lighter model of the PS5 was spotted in Australia. It just seems to be one of those silent hardware revisions that companies sometimes do to reduce costs or improve efficiency within the build or production pipeline. We've already seen this with the PlayStation 5 with the heatsink, I think earlier this year or last year, and the Steam Deck also recently downgraded its SSD. So, these types of things happen. Eventually, and this might have happened already by the time this video comes out, someone will get their hands on one of these new Australian PS5s, crack it open, and then compare the parts, and then we'll figure out what's causing this new version to be lighter than the older model. And that'll be fun. All right, that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about PlayStation's announcement to get into mobile games more seriously. It does seem to be something that a lot of major publishers are doing in terms of making a light or mobile version of a game that's already successful on PC or on console. Like Apex Legends comes to mind, PUBG Mobile comes to mind, Call of Duty has a mobile game, but PlayStation doesn't necessarily have one of those. I guess technically maybe Destiny could count for that, but Destiny is already going to get a mobile game that's being co-developed with NetEase, so it'll be surprising to learn what type of game this new Savage Game Studios is working on, and then how they decide to kind of monetize that game. Give me your best guesses in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and for more video game news and updates, stay tuned right here to Inside Gaming.